Alright, hey guys, we're back. Hole number 6 that we're setting up for. I'm going to go Guardian and maybe Quasar, just for that little extra side spin. You guys saw me get this on Shootout already, and that's probably what I'm thinking about trying to mimic for the actual hole here. And just be sure that when you play this hole, if you guys watched my Shootout shot, that you'll want to be overplaying this wind. The way that we're going about doing it. So let's just see first off what the wind direction. Ooh, interesting. So there's a couple ways to go at this. You know, that headwind makes things a little bit more challenging, but you could bring a marlin ball, for instance, and you could try to do like a QB rough bump off the rough up there. It's going to be a little riskier. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit easier shot here. Another thing you could technically do is you could bounce it off this fairway. I'm going to try to recommend not doing that as well, as you can, well, here you can see that it's coming in a little bit too far, and there it goes into the rough. It can be a little challenging. So what you're going to see me do is I'm just going to bring a power 1 ball, and it pretty much only relies on you only need like a level 2 to do this. And what I'm going to do is about 5 backspin, more or less, and just land it right up here. And you'll see me use kind of a max ring adjustment plus extra. So you might see me just go, so for me I'm 1.7 per ring, but I'm going to play it much closer to 1 per ring. I'm going to go maybe 4.5 rings here for this adjustment. And you know, this is only my first attempt, so you know, I might modify this a bit, but let's just see how this works out, and you can see how much curl I'm putting on. And as I mentioned, you know, 4.5 rings is definitely an overplay. Let's see how this comes in. It looks pretty good, but it looks like I need to go even more. So I needed a little bit more curl, and I needed to go more rings than 4.5. 1 per ring was not enough. Well, it wasn't even one. I didn't even go 1 per ring. So I'll try to stick to that, because you don't want to crank up the backspin too much. It'll end up stopping. You won't get a nice run out to where it could potentially go in. And I'll just up my ring adjustment. So let's say, for instance, I went 6 rings there. Maybe that's perfect. Maybe it's a little bit too much. But, you know, if I go 5.5, 6 rings, for example, that might be what it takes for me to get that hole out. So let's see what happens here. Oh, that great ball, that's going to push it out for sure. Played a lot of wind there for just a small little pitch. So you do want to try to, especially in these low rookie tours, you just want to kind of keep it inside the hole a little bit. So that's what you'll see me do. You know, I'll never leave the hole. Here you can see I have an Endbringer 1, a very early club. Here you can see a little great ball action, still catches. But good luck with that 6-hole, guys. That'll give you a nice base, a nice starting point as to what you should be looking at for a nice straightforward, easy approach. You'll just need maybe just a fraction more curl than me and about 1 more ring. Keep in mind, let me just go to my club here and show you guys that it is 1.7 per ring if your Guardian is a different level, or you know, you have to use Viper. You just got to make sure that your Viper is better than mine, for instance. You know, I don't know the point that it goes to about 50. You're looking for about 50 backspin. So that's what you're looking for. And, you know, there's just not much that has that early on in the game, unfortunately. So, you know, Guardian 2, you'd still be okay, even if you have a Guardian 2. Your accuracy number might just change a little bit. You know, if yours becomes 2.0 per ring, for example, you know, you would adjust accordingly. You would have to go, for instance, maybe 1 ring less than me, because of the fact that your rings are bigger. So just something to think about. You know, if I should have went 5.5 there, you know, with a 50 accuracy club, you would probably only need to go 4 rings, for instance. So just something to think about, and good luck there, guys, and catch you guys on hole 7 coming up.